Hello and a very good morning to all my classmates and lecturer, Madam Masura. So for this SQL project, first of all we have to deal with data definition. So what is data definition? Data definition also can call a data definition query, and data definition query is a type of query that does not work with data but it works with database object. The data definition query uses data definition language, which is to create, modify and delete database objects. So first in our project, we create a database for the e-Hebahan, and for this e-Hebahan database we create 5 tables. So first table we have to create the user table. So this is the query for the user create table. So user ID we use char. Okay, why we use char? Because as we can know, the user ID is fixed for all user, and it also contains 7, not more or less. And name is varchar 50, and phone number is also char 10, which is there's no phone number that less or more than 10. And this is the example that we insert one value into the table. So how we insert is insert to user values, and the data in the column user ID, and the data in the column name, and the data in the column phone number. And the second one is the location table, and then we create also same like in the user. So location code is char because all location code has a fixed length character, and it is a primary key, and we have a location name. So this is an example. We insert some data into this table location. Insert into location values D002 in the location code column, D terms at the location name columns. And next is a table approval. Admin ID char 4. So all admin ID has a fixed length character, and it is a primary key, and we have admin name varchar 20. And then this is also the example. We insert some data into this table approval S003, and in the admin ID column city in the admin name column. So next is the event info table. For this event info, we have a name event varchar 50 limit character as a primary key, location code char 4 not null, start event, the data type is date, start time also date, at time also date. And then in this table we have the foreign key, which is the foreign key is a location code, and we refer to the location table, which is we already created earlier. And so we have to link this event info table and the location table. And then this is the example. We insert the data to event info values cabaran debat Zakbar K101, and for date we have to put hashtag in front and the end. So the date format is we use is month/day/year. So for the time also 8:00 am, and also time. And then the last table we have to create is the event status table. So this event status table have a proof number, which is the data type is char for fixed primary key, and user ID also the fixed length character char 7, name event varchar 50, admin ID also char 4, and status event varchar 10. And we have a 3 foreign key, which is we have to link this event status table with the user table, event info table and approval table. That all we already created earlier. And this I have a user ID, we refer to the user table, we have a name event, we have refer to the event info, and foreign key, admin ID refer to the approval. And this is example. We insert the data into event status E112 A163454 Cabaran Debat Zabah S003 and pending as a status event. So that's all for the data definition. Thank you.
Okay, next for the third part is the data manipulation. So for the first one is to insert the data. For the first one, the purpose is to insert Ahmad info into approval table. The second one is to insert the location FSSK into the location table. The third one, the purpose is to insert the user Chong info into the user table. The fourth one, the purpose is to insert event info into the event info table. And then the last one is to insert the event status info into the event status table. And then the second one is the update. So the first one, we need to update the location code from K101 to D002. And then the second one, we update the event status from pending to yes. And then the third one, delete. We delete the data from the table. The first one, we delete approved number E223 from the event status table. The second one, we delete the Ahmad info from the approval table. And then the last one, we delete the event sports day from the event info table.
Okay, let's move on to light statement. Light statement that we choose to our data to be sort of is to begin with, the name event is begin with the letter C, and the location code ending with the number 1, and then the data will be sort into two condition. Next, we move on to the distinct statement. Distinct statement that we choose here is we inner join the event info and event status to search whether the status event is still pending, or the status event is no, or the status event is yes. The status event is to show that whether the event can be performed or not. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, hello. So for this data manipulation, I used to explain the mathematical expression bigger than or less than. Okay, so for this, so as you can see, there is a SQL statement, and this SQL statement we link from location and event info and also event status. And the purpose of this data is present. The objective is to present about the approved number, the name event, and the location name, and the start event, where the start event is before 1 January 2020. This is the data, the result after I run this SQL statement. And the last one is count. So in this count, I have to link the table between the event status and the approval. So the objective for this SQL statement is I want to present the number of events that have been approved by each of the admin. So in this table, we have the admin ID column, admin name, and the number of event approved. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Now for the last part, we will take a look at the sum. So let's say we want to find total hour for every event in 2019 to 2020. we can use the SQL statement select integer sum date difference in bracket n start time end time over 60 as total duration from event info. The date difference is used to subtract from the end time and start time. The letter n is to declare the result as minute. We divide by 60 to get the hour in integer. After that, we proceed to average. The problem is we want to find out the average hours taken for each event. We can use the statement select average date difference in bracket n start time and time over 60 as average duration from event info. From this statement, the difference between end time and start time in minute will be divided by 60 to get the hour. Then we will get the average from each of the event as the average. The last SQL statement is in. The problem is we want to find user that still has pending request for location code K. We use the statement select name phone num from user where user ID in select user ID from event status where status event equal to pending, and name event in select name event from event info where location code like K star. That's all from me. Thank you.